coming on DVD and video. It is the place where hidden fears slip through the shadows, where the unimaginable becomes reality. R.L. Stine will unlock the door to your scariest nightmares in the Nightmare Room. Scareful what you wish for and camp nowhere. With chilling dreams and fantasies guaranteed to give you goosebumps.
They want you!
Each Nightmare Room DVD includes an original interactive adventure written by R.L. Stine, interview with R.L. Stine, and a bonus episode. This is your invitation into the Nightmare Room. Scareful what you wish for and camp nowhere. Coming August 2002 on DVD and video. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Be very, 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 very afraid.
It's showtime.
This Halloween, treat yourself to the ghastliest collection of characters ever created. In haunting and hilarious hits. Like Michael Keaton in Beetlejuice.
What do you think of this? You like it?
Steven Spielberg's Gremlins. And The Goonies.
Somebody's coming!
Look out for the all-new Scooby-Doo Spookiest Tales. And Casper Saves Halloween.
Here I come!
Frightening films that will make you laugh till it hurts. Check out all these classic frights and new delights
We're gonna have some laughs.
that'll guarantee you will see dead people. Now available on video cassette and select DVD. They'll leave you screaming for more.
I'll bet every kid in America would like to have one of these.
For thousands of years, one word has struck fear into the hearts of people everywhere. And dogs, too. Join Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, and the whole gang as they head for the land down under. In Scooby-Doo and the Legend of the Vampire. Coming to video cassette and DVD spring 2003.
Holy Scooby Snacks!
Look, it's Batman and Robin.
Even the world's greatest detectives sometimes need a little help.
To the Mystery Machine.
The Cape Crusaders join forces with Scooby-Doo in Scooby-Doo Meets Batman. Look for it soon on video and DVD.
Like, wow!
Two of your favorite detective teams come face to face with two of the world's most cunning criminals.
The Cape Crusaders could never catch us.
Loaded with bat action, bat excitement, and Scooby Snacks.
Like you wouldn't happen to have a bat cookie on you, would you?
This DVD is loaded with extras, like music videos, how to draw Scooby-Doo and the gang and get the picture, games, and more.
That ought to sweep them off their feet.
Scooby-Doo Meets Batman. You can bring it home to your Batcave soon on video and DVD from Warner Brothers Family Entertainment. The ghosts, the witches, and the mysteries are back. And so is the world's greatest and hungriest gang that solves them. Now collect all of these awesome Scooby-Doo adventures on DVD. Get ready for a close encounter of the Scooby kind with Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders.
Them aliens are here to take over the world!
And snack on the first 5 Scooby-Doo episodes ever, including the series pilot in Scooby-Doo's original mysteries.
This is Spooksville.
Spooksville.
Join the gang as they unravel the creepiest cases ever in Scooby-Doo's creepiest capers. Then it's light, camera,
We're ready to roll.
action in Scooby-Doo Goes Hollywood. It's Scooby-Doo's spookiest tales. Ghosts, bats, and of course, scaredy cat. Dracula needs a new werewolf in Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf.
Right, a werewolf? Oh, no!
Shaggy, a werewolf? Oh, yes. Catch the fun as the gang goes digital to track down a monster computer virus in a techno world of danger.
Stop that dog!
Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. They're all absolutely scarifying. Why should you be the only one screaming? Invite the whole family. These incredible DVDs include great features like a look behind the scenes, music videos, trivia games, and see how to draw Scooby-Doo and the gang in Get the Picture.
Is this great stuff or what?
Scooby-Doo. Collect them all on DVD from Warner Brothers Family Entertainment.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo!
Next on The Nightmare Room.
I see change coming.
There's Kristen. She's in a totally different league.
What are you afraid of, boy? You bring evil.
Help! Help me!
Something's really wrong with him. He's like cursed or something.
You're the one who's evil!
When the lights fade and the moon rises, anything can happen. The world becomes a carnival of shocks and chills. A whirling merry-go-round that never stops, spinning faster and faster, taking you on a frightening ride. I'm R.L. Stein. Don't fall asleep. Or you may find yourself in The Nightmare Room.
Guys? Guys, are you still here? Guys? Hey, you guys? Guys, are you here? Where are you?
Wasn't you we heard screaming in there, man?
Yeah, right. Some little kid was all freaked. So where to?
Your birthday, man. You choose.
Food.
Forget the food, dude. There's Kristen.
She's so hot.
Let's go.
What for?
3 reasons. 1, it's Kristen. 2, you're way hot for her. And 3, you're way hot for her.
Get it? He doesn't want to.
Totally wants to. Come on, see if she'll go to Kyle's.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Because she's Kristen and I'm, you know, me.
Dude, that is a totally unacceptable attitude. Tell him that is a totally unacceptable attitude.
That is a totally unacceptable attitude.
She's just another girl, man.
Excuse me. Are we talking about Kristen Ferris? She's in a totally different league.
Dude, it's time to play ball.
Kristen!
Oh, no.
You guys check out the funhouse?
Lame.
Extremely. So, Kristen, I was gonna ask if, if you'd want to maybe go with me to Kyle's party.
So basically, you want to know if I go out with you?
Yeah, basically.
Easy. It's his birthday.
For real? Aww. Happy birthday, Martin.
Morgan.
Dude, you've got gum on your face.
Yeah, that was real necessary. He's only the nicest kid in school.
So, see you tomorrow.
Whatever. Jason's got it so bad for you. It's even worse than Morgan. Ugh, Morgan. I'm so sick of everybody saying how nice he is. Nobody is that nice all the time. Except for Morgan. He is. You're wrong. He can be a jerk. Just like everybody else.
Just a no isn't good enough for her. She's got to make me look like an idiot.
You know what, dude? Forget about her. I mean, she's not even worth it. She's totally cold.
Honestly, don't think she's worth it. Honestly.
No way.
Jace?
Not if she's not into you.
And even if she was, man, it would only be because she wanted something.
He's right, man. Just move on.
All right. All right, I'll move on. She's so hot.
Stop! Who dares throw shadows across Madame Zora's tent?
He did.
What are you afraid of, boy? That I know your mother still picks out your clothes?
No way. Once in a while.
Come. And what about you, boy? What secrets do you hide? You have a birthday. Yes, I see change coming. You bring evil. You bring evil.
Evil! Evil!
There's so many different shrines.
Did you guys hear about Mark Bindleglass?
Yeah. He's evil.
He's moving to Chicago. There's a spot open on the track team.
You're gonna be a tryout?
After school?
I'm there.
Hey, Morton. Sorry about the gun yesterday.
It's okay, and it's Morgan.
Whatever. So, Jace, what time do you want to go to Kyle's?
You guys are going to Kyle's?
Morgan, I swear she asked me after she told you no. I swear it was after.
It wasn't.
Jason, are you okay?
Pushed him.
What?
You pushed him. I saw you.
No way, he did not.
I was right there, Justin.
I felt somebody push me.
You know, it's not Jason's fault I like him better. You could have really hurt him.
Jason, come on. I didn't push you.
Gotta go.
Jason.
Please don't shove me down the stairs.
Funny.
You ready to be an all-star, baby?
Jason just totally ignored me.
Forget Jason, man. I mean, ever since he hooked up with Kristen, he's been totally whack.
Can't believe I even liked her.
I'm out of here. Remember, think track team. Track team.
Justin, you know something weird? Ever since we left that fortune teller, I got this rash on my arm.
What, like poison ivy?
No, it just itches whenever I get really mad over stuff. Like just before Jason fell down the steps.
What, so you think that hag was serious? That you're evil now? Dude, she works in a carnival. She was just busting your chops.
Looking great. You're up.
15 feet 8 inches. All right, way to go, man.
Jace is so gonna kick your butt. He was gonna let you win until you pushed him.
I didn't push him, Kristen, and you know it. And what do you mean he was gonna let me win?
He feels sorry for you. When you're not around, he calls you pathetic. Nice, but pathetic.
No, he doesn't.
Everybody knows it, Mickey. Just deal with it.
It's Morgan.
Whatever.
Jason Selnick, you're up last. Let's go. Yeah. 16 feet. All right. Looks like we got a new member.
Yes!
It's true, isn't it?
No.
You did it. I watched you.
I told you! He tries coming off like he's so nice, but something's really wrong with him.
No!
It looks like a mild rash. Are you using a new soap or shampoo?
No, and it was way worse yesterday. Stuff happens when I get it. The rash. Bad stuff.
You mean like with the sand out on the track field?
Yeah.
Morgan, that sand turned to mush because the sprinkler pipe burst underground. It happens.
No, he's right. He's like cursed or something. Everybody says so.
I'm not cursed.
You know how many times a week that thing falls down?
What if it's not about broken pipes or stuff's just falling? What if it's true what Madame Zora said?
Madam who?
I gotta go back.
Looking for me, kid? You're a great audience. Everybody bought into this stuff like you did. I'd be on Broadway.
Why'd you tell me I was evil?
Baby, it's a carnival. You want to hear what a great guy you are? Go see your grandma.
What about the crystal ball?
I told you he was evil. What's the matter with him? Come on, let's go.
You ruined my life. Everybody thinks I'm a monster.
Hey, hon, it's okay. Take it easy.
So, how can they get away with calling this junk lunch? Hey, I got an idea. Could you turn this into a lobster? Poof! You're a lobster.
Aren't you supposed to be afraid I'll turn you into a lobster?
Please. Only a moron would be afraid of you. Besides, the only person with any power at this table is me.
How do you figure that?
Well, let's see. How long have you and Jason and Justin all been best friends?
Since 3rd grade.
3rd grade. And after only a few days of trying, I've got all 3 of you at war. Plus, everybody used to think you were so nice, now thinks you're totally deranged. That's power.
Why? What have I ever done to you?
Nothing. What's that got to do with it? The point is, I can keep this whole school turned against you. Or I could convince them you're still just the pathetic little nice guy you've always been. But that'll cost you. Hey, are you listening? Because I'm not going to repeat myself.
The perfume.
What?
This rash, it's from your perfume.
Yeah, not my problem. Let's discuss what you'll be doing for me.
You were there every time. On the stairs when Jason fell, on the track field with the sand.
Morgan, you're embarrassing me.
At the carnival when the crystal balls exploded, you were everywhere. You usually just tried to pin it on me. It's her, she's the one.
Morgan, be quiet. You are so uncool.
You're the one who's evil.
I said be quiet! I didn't do any of this! Don't you guys believe me? Brett?
You said you were so sick of everybody saying how nice Morgan was.
Fine. Do you really think I need you losers? What a joke! I hate you all!
Listen, dude, man, I didn't know. Forget it. For a while, I believed it too.
Attention students, don't forget to vote today for either Morgan Gray or Wendy Sloan, the student body president. Remember, students, don't forget to vote.
Politics. Who'd have figured? It's gonna be tough. Wendy's pretty popular.
Dude, there she is. So fine. She's a hottie. She's popular. Oh, but dude, you're a vampire slayer.
Look at all that hair. Give me a second. Hey, Wendy, want to say, good luck.
Thanks. And really, it's so cute that you're running against me.
Anyway, see ya.
Whatever.
What'd she say?
Not too much.
Everyone has a little evil inside. Poor Morgan. The evil inside him was itching to get out. And when it did, Morgan found himself trapped forever in the nightmare room. Next on The Nightmare Room.
Dylan, who's your friend?
I'm Buddy. I'm your best friend.
The guy was weird, am I wrong? You think the buddy kid is just another kid at school?
Come on, he's just a little kid.
You know, I told you this is gonna sound insane.
Why don't you tell Mr. Weiss about Buddy?
He's not gonna believe me any more than you do.
Do you really believe your doll came to life, Dylan?
A doll coming to life? Please, that's crazy talk.
When the lights fade and the moon rises, anything can happen. The world becomes a carnival of shocks and chills. A whirling merry-go-round that never stops, spinning faster and faster, taking you on a frightening ride. I'm R.L. Stein. Don't fall asleep. Or you may find yourself in The Nightmare Room.
Soldier? Toss. Yeah. Superhero figure?
Yeah, you can toss that.
Frogzilla.
This is a toss the junk phase. That's what that is. You could toss that.
Megamorphic.
It's pretty cool. What's a megamorph into?
Spaceship.
Anything light up?
Mm-mm.
No? You can toss that.
All right.
No, dude, that's my sandwich. See, that's a strawberry jelly.
Hey, how dumb is that? Being allergic to strawberries. Why couldn't I be allergic to broccoli? Or math? That'd be better.
Yeah. You just better be careful, dude. I don't want to end up in the ER all night staring at your hives, okay?
All right. Hey, you're not gonna have much stuff left.
Yeah, well, I don't want to put any of the stuff in my sister's room, you know?
It's your room, remember?
Oh, right. Well, I don't want to put anything in my room that could possibly be confused with a toy, you know? Those days are over.
Yeah, Dylan. Today, you're a man.
Dude, get this. I took it to the attic.
Let's go.
Wait, come on. Dude.
Hey, what's with the pajamas with the feet?
Those aren't mine. Those are yours. Hold on.
Tap it again. I don't hear anything. Tap it harder.
Hey, guys. Hey. How's the mood going?
It's good.
It's good, yeah.
So, where do we put the stuff? In the alcove?
Oh, toys in the alcove and close by the door. I have to go through them.
All right. Let's see you.
Hey, you wanna go see a movie?
Oh, yeah, cool. What are we gonna see?
Something.
Check the list.
Can you believe we're almost out of this place?
Yeah, man, high school's gonna be so much cooler. I heard they serve burgers and subs for lunch.
Nuh-uh. Well, that settles it. I'm graduating.
Hey, how's the party coming?
Good. We're having burgers and subs. The high school's catering.
You laughing at me?
Oh, sorry, bro. You okay? You all right?
Will you play with me?
What's that? Play? Are you talking to me?
You're my best friend. Forever.
Dylan, who's your friend?
I don't know. I've never seen him before. You must have me mixed up with somebody else.
I'm Buddy. I'm your best friend.
What?
Dude, this is so unacceptable. I thought I was your best friend.
I like to play.
You know what? I'm sure you like to play, okay? But I'm too old to play with you. So why don't you go play with some other kids your age, okay? Come on, guys.
That was really mean.
That was really weird. I have no idea.
Would you have to move back into your old room?
No, are you joking? No, once I'm in, the room is mine, you know? If she wants to move back, she can sleep in the yard.
She's so lucky to have such a loving brother.
Hey, thanks for the $2 loan, but I found my backpack.
Oh, yeah, where was it?
Right outside. Somebody must have picked it up by accident and then brought it back.
Do you have any money in there? You should check to make sure.
Ryan, you okay?
Ryan?
Ryan, you okay, buddy?
Ryan?
Ryan. Somebody call the nurse! Get a nurse! Go grab a nurse! All right, buddy, help's on the way. Hold on.
Dylan.
Is it strawberry jelly?
How is he?
I don't know. His parents are coming to pick him up.
Do they know how?
Strawberry jelly got into his tuna sandwich, which is weird because he makes his own lunch, you know? I mean, he wouldn't do something like that by accident.
Yeah, remember his backpack was missing? Maybe someone, you know.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But I mean, he doesn't have enemies. Who would do that?
Yeah, someone pretty psycho.
Yeah. I'm gonna go drink of water, all right?
I'm your best friend. Will you play with me?
What are you doing here? Huh? Don't you have school or something?
I'm Buddy. I'm your best friend.
No. No, my best friend is Ryan. You're nobody.
You're my best friend. Forever.
Why do you keep saying that? Is that strawberry jelly?
Will you play with me?
Why do you have that? Why do you have strawberry jelly?
Dylan? Hey, Dylan, the nurse says he's gonna be okay. What's the matter?
That buddy kid was just here. This is not real.
I'm Buddy. I'm your best friend. Will you play with me? I like to play. You're my best friend. Forever. 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 You're my best friend. Forever.
Okay, so you're saying that this kid who follows you around at school is somehow your buddy doll come to life?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The kids look exactly the same, Mom, okay? And they have the exact same clothes.
Okay, so you think that because you wouldn't play with him, he somehow put strawberry jelly on Ryan's sandwich?
You know, I told you this is gonna sound insane.
You know what I think this is? You got a lot of stuff going on right now. Your new room, starting high school next year.
You think the buddy kid is just another kid at school? Is that what you're saying? All right, fine. All right, what about the jelly? Huh?
Weren't you eating peanut butter and jelly when you were packing those boxes?
Yeah, I think we were.
Do you think maybe it might have dripped?
This is what it's like to be an idiot. I'm sorry, Mom. Sorry. Oh, so, I gotta meet Beth at school. I told her I'd help her with the graduation stuff.
Oh, I'll drive you. I've got to give her something anyway.
You have to give her something? What do you have to give her?
Let's have something for the party. It's a surprise.
What?
Two more days till graduation? And only one more time climbing up here to change the number. How's it look?
Looks lopsided. Oh, you know what? It's the balloons.
Need some on the other side?
Yeah, hang on.
So cool about Ryan, huh? For a second, I didn't even think he was gonna make the party.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Yeah. You think we'll ever know who did it?
Remember that buddy kid who kept following me around?
Yeah, your little mascot. What about him?
The guy was weird, am I wrong? Did you not get that? He was really weird. I mean, he kept following me around. And then when I told him Ryan was my best friend, he was...
And then what when you told him Ryan was your best friend?
Nothing, you know, I'm just saying.
You think Buddy put the jelly on Ryan's sandwich? Come on, he's just a little kid. Hard to get rid of, maybe, but... Oh, I think by now they'd make those things unpoppable.
Yeah, I think that was the last one, too.
Oh, there's another bag on Mr. Kaplan's desk if you want to get it.
Okay, all right. Are you okay?
Something.
What happened?
Something knocked into me.
Buddy.
You're my best friend. Forever.
You can't do this to me, okay? You're ruining my life and hurting my friends.
I'm Buddy. I'm your best friend.
No, you're not. You're not, okay? You were my best friend and you're not anymore. You're not my best friend.
Will you play with me?
I won't play with you. I'll never play with you, ever again.
You're my best friend.
No, I'm not your best friend.
I'm Buddy.
Dylan, why don't you tell Mr. Wise about Buddy?
Why? He's not gonna believe me any more than you do. What's the point?
Do you really believe your doll came to life, Dylan? And that it's terrorizing you?
A doll coming to life? Please, that's crazy talk.
Why were you shouting at it as if it could hear you? Why'd you rip its head off?
Fine, you wanna know why? That doll is alive. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it is alive, okay? Now, it's hurting my friends one by one because it's jealous. That's what happened to Ryan, that's what happened to Beth. Ask them. They saw him. So, sir, either I'm crazy or I'm right.
Dylan, may I have a word with your mother? In private.
He's usually so mellow. It's really weird.
It's not as uncommon as you think. It's gonna be fine.
Really? So what, he's just seeing things? Is that it?
Well, I think it's just his fears of growing older.
You're my best friend. Forever.
Mom! Mom, he's right here! Hurry up! I got him, Mom! Mom! He was right here. Why are you looking at me like that? He was right here. This is not happening.
You awake?
Yeah.
Well, it's party time. I'm gonna go over to Bess to help her out. You still not coming?
No.
Well, I'm not gonna pressure you, but I know it'd mean a lot to your friends if you were there. Call me if you change your mind. I'll pick you up.
Buddy, come out, man. I saw Mom put you back in the box. Now come out.
I'm Buddy. I'm your best friend.
No. Buddy, you were a toy. You're a doll.
I like to play.
And I used to. But now I like different stuff. And you're just gonna have to deal with that.
I'm your best friend forever.
No. Buddy, I'm done with you. It's time to let me go. And let me live my life. Thanks, buddy.
Man, Dylan's 6th birthday party. I even remember that. Great idea for a graduation party. What video did my mom give you?
You'll see.
It's my first Little League game, isn't it? The one where I swung and my pants fell down?
Tap it again.
No, it is.
I don't hear anything. Tap it harder.
This is so adorable. I wish Dylan would have come.
Me too. But he's had a hard week.
Is this the birthday boy's new friend? Says your name is Buddy. Is that right? Your name is Buddy?
I'm your best friend forever.
Is that true, Dylan? Buddy really your best friend forever? If I do some special birthday magic and make Buddy real, that way Buddy really can be your best friend forever. Abracadabra, alakazia. I tap my wand, and Buddy is real. Now Buddy will always be your best friend forever.
Mrs. Pierce.
Oh my God.
You're my best friend forever.
Dylan? Where are you? Dylan? Answer me! Which box? That one.
You're my best friend forever, 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 forever.
Childhood can be a magical time when birthday wishes really do come true. But eventually, we grow up and put our toys away. That's what Dylan Pierce tried to do. If only he'd stored them somewhere else and not in the nightmare room. Next on The Nightmare Room.
I didn't do it.
I am so tired of your lies.
Do you ever get tired of having an answer for everything?
Nope.
Do you actually believe that?
I'm sure if he says something is true, then it must be true.
So there's a mummy walking around.
Do you think he's gonna stay wrapped in bandages? My lies are coming true.
When the lights fade and the moon rises, anything can happen. The world becomes a carnival of shocks and chills. A whirling merry-go-round that never stops, spinning faster and faster, taking you on a frightening ride. I'm R.L. Stein. Don't fall asleep. Or you may find yourself in The Nightmare Room.
Hey, Dad, where's the remote? It's not on the table.
Josh, you know anything about the scratch on your mom's car?
I already told her. I have no idea.
She said she found your hockey stick about 10 feet from the car.
It's probably Brandon next door. He's always using my stuff.
Brandon also tossed your progress report in the garbage?
Dad, I put that on your desk. You probably threw it away by accident.
I didn't throw it away, Josh. And Mrs. Shimadro says you're not doing your math homework.
I always do my work. That's a mistake. I'll talk to Mrs. Shimadro this morning, okay?
Do you ever get tired of having an answer for everything?
Nope.
One more bad report from school for any reason, and you're grounded for a month. Are we clear?
Yeah.
You forgot your homework again? Mrs. Shimadro is gonna freak.
No, Nikki.
Hey, Josh. Josh.
What? Sub.
Good morning. I'm Mr. Farber. Mrs. Shimadro is ill today. I see there's a worksheet due, so I'll collect them and then we'll get started. Very artistic. Thank you.
I don't have mine.
No. Why not?
My house was broken into last night.
Yeah, right.
No, it's true. The cops even know who did it. They're like some escaped prisoners, and they wear these, clown masks.
So, they broke in, these men in clown masks, and made away with your math paper.
No, it was sitting on my DVD player, and they took my homework by accident. This thing was brand new, too. I just got it for my birthday.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, we'll give you another paper, and you can hand it in tomorrow.
Do you actually believe that?
Well, Josh seems like an honest young man to me. I'm sure if he says something is true, then it must be true.
When did you see a mummy move?
At the History Museum, I am dead serious. They had a mummy case, and I was staring at it, and all of a sudden, the hand moved.
No way. The whole hand or just like a finger?
The whole hand. It wiggled. And that is the real reason why they shut down the exhibit. Because one night, it escaped.
Right. So there's a mummy walking around, and nobody's seen him.
Don't you know the whole legend about that mummy? Why it was even at the museum?
I remember reading something about it.
It's a wizard from like 1,000 years ago. And this was the year he vowed to come back to life.
To do what? Get married? Raise mommy kids?
To find a new body.
How's he gonna do it? Find a new body?
I don't know, but I don't want to be the guy.
Cops perform a manhunt for that stolen math homework yet?
Yeah, they did. Thanks for your concern.
You know what would be funny? If you lost that worksheet and had to come up with another story. So where is it, huh? Backpack?
Lay off, man.
Or what?
Or my brother's gonna tear you apart. You think I'm kidding, huh? Frank just got back from military school. Right, Nikki?
Mm-hmm.
My parents sent him there because regular school couldn't handle him. And you know what? Neither could that place. Nikki!
What was that?
That was a jar full of snakes from Mr. Freeman's science lab. Oh, way to go. Now they're crawling all over in there.
Dude, you don't know when to quit. Tomorrow, man.
That was totally hilarious.
These are Mr. Freeman's snakes, but I didn't put them in here.
So somebody else did as a joke. Lucky you. Listen, you want me to ask one of my brother's friends to help you?
For what?
Pretend to be Frank to scare Patrick off. You're not gonna be this lucky all the time.
Dad?
Come out wherever you are. Well, look at this. A brand new DVD player. Where's the jewelry? I wonder if it could be in here.
Josh, are you in there?
Dad?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You're fine? They didn't hurt you?
I'm okay, it's just... totally ripped off.
Looks like they took everything. TV, stereo, DVD player.
Oh, man. They even took my math homework.
Bye, Josh.
See you guys later.
Made the front page, huh?
They were escaped prisoners? Did I, like, know about these guys before?
Well, it says they've been on the run for about a week, so maybe you heard something on the news.
I guess I just forgot about it. That explains it.
Explains what?
Nothing. I'm fine. I'll see you later, okay?
So where is he?
Where's who?
Your brother Frank. The one they couldn't handle at military school?
Listen, Patrick,
Look, I don't feel like listening. Maybe Frank would like to listen, huh?
Negative! I don't feel like listening either. Touch my brother again, I will cause you irreversible harm! Are we clear on that, soldier?
Yes.
Yes, sir!
Yes, sir!
That was so sweet.
That was so sweet, sir!
Dude, he's gone now. You can cut the sir stuff.
Me running off the enemy's gonna cost you, little bro.
Wait a second. Nikki said she'd find someone to help. I never said I'd pay for it.
You will pay with your allowance, with your lunch money, and with any and all your possessions that I feel like taking. You will
Follow orders, little bro.
Nikki, where'd you find that psycho?
What psycho?
The guy your brother got to scare off Patrick. He's homicidal.
I haven't even told my brother about that yet.
No way you had to. Like some mutant military kid showed up and scared off Patrick. Just like we talked about.
Problem, Mr. Ryan?
No.
All right. If you say there's no problem, then that must be true.
That Mr. Farber is one strange sub.
Forget Farber, Nick. You gotta get your brother to make this Frank guy lay off me.
I'm telling you, it wasn't my brother.
Then who was it?
I have no idea. So how'd you get away?
I told my new ninjas.
Excuse me? I thought you just said you told him you knew ninjas.
Paid ninja bodyguards. And if you didn't leave me alone, I'd get them to take him out.
You're losing it, Josh.
I know.
Josh Ryan to the office. Josh to the office.
All right. What happened earlier between you and Patrick Keegan?
I didn't do it. Did he tell you I did it?
No, he said your brother did.
My brother? I don't have a brother.
Josh, we both know you have a brother, Frank. And we both know he's had some discipline problems.
Come on, Miss Hornback. You know I don't have a brother.
Just stop it, Josh. I am so tired of your lies. You know, I'm gonna have to call your parents.
No! They'll ground me for a month. Anyways, they're not home right now. They're on a trip in Hawaii.
Well, I'll leave a message.
Hey, Josh, check this. Sting is wrestling at the arena next month. Pay-per-view.
Adam, I'm in a hurry.
Come on, man. I'm just saying, let's get tickets. Can we get backstage?
No.
Why not? You said you knew him. You said talk to the sleeper hall. You even said you emailed each other,
Adam,
so...
I can't.
Why not? I gave you my skateboard because you promised you let me meet him. Now you can't even give me some lousy tickets?
The guy hates me right now, okay? Like, I gave out his email address, and he got 1 million emails, and his whole computer crashed. He said the next time he saw me, he'd break me in half. I gotta go.
I want my skateboard back.
Mom, I know Miss Hornbeck called, but it wasn't my fault this time, I swear. Mom? Hello?
Josh, it's Mom.
Mom, when are you coming home? Something really weird is going on.
We're in Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yeah, remember the trip? Josh?
My lies are coming true. Little bro. Mr. Farber, if I say something is true...
Then it must be true. True.
Drop down and give me push-ups!
I'm out of here. Ninjas! Paid bodyguards! He's over here!
Hey! Whatever he's paying, I'll double it.
Help! Help me! Help!
He went AWOL out the window. Let's search the perimeter.
Now what'd I do?
Hey, little bro.
You guys don't understand. None of you are real. I lied you here.
This aggressor represents a direct threat to our security. Therefore, I recommend that we attack and attack hard!
Cops, yeah. Cops patrol this neighborhood all the time. I swear all they do is patrol.
Nah, he's right!
Gotcha. Where do you think you're going?
Everything all right here? We have reports of shouting, strangers in the area.
Still.
On the contrary,
What are you looking for?
This unit is calm, quiet, and 100%.
Ouch!
Free of strangers.
Wait! Don't leave! You've got to help me! I'm in, like, total danger!
Sorry, kid. We're just on patrol. That's all we do, is patrol.
No, you have to help me. The clown robbers are here.
Let these officers get back on patrol, little bro. What you just did there, soldier, that was treason. And according to the military law set forth by our forefathers, you will pay heavily for that offense!
You're all gone. Everyone's gone. I'm all alone. Everybody's gone. I'm all alone. I gotta find Mr. Farber. Mr. Farber? Mr. Farber! Why are you doing this to me? Okay. Everything is back the way it was before. Except no Frank, no clown robbers, and no ninjas. Mr. Farber? Mr. Farber?
I'm gonna break you in half, kid.
I forgot about Sting.
You know how many emails I got? About 1 million.
Somebody help! Sting's after me!
I'm gonna get you!
I'm being chased by a professional wrestler!
I'm coming to get you.
Where's Mr. Farber?
He's gone. He was only here for the day.
You've got to listen to me. There's a deranged wrestler chasing me, and if I say something to make him go away, I'm afraid it's gonna backfire again. And I need Mr. Farber. Miss Hornback, I'm telling the truth, I swear.
Like when you said you didn't have a brother named Frank.
I'm gonna get you!
Miss Hornback! There's a fire!
Fire? In the school? This better not be another lie, Josh.
Farber. Where's Farber's number? Gotcha.
I'm gonna get you! I'm gonna get you!
Come on. Mr. Farber, this is Josh. What do I have to do?
So what happened? He get beat up or something, so he never told another lie?
What makes you think he got away? That he didn't learn the ultimate lesson?
Sorry, but there is no way that story even close to happened.
You're not the first person who's told me that.
Besides, I didn't lie, and I didn't cheat on that test, so you can just save your stories.
All right, Mr. Costello. You look like an honest young man. If you tell me something is true, then it must be true.
Thanks, Mr. Ryan.
Josh Ryan still carries the scars of his childhood. A childhood spent lying to friends and family. He might still be lying, but for a painful cure administered by a substitute teacher. Today, Mr. Ryan carries on the lessons he learned in the Nightmare Room. Next on the Nightmare Room.
Life games. That sounds like a reality show.
No vacation.
You know they tape everything, right?
How can bad things happen on Tranquility Island?
There is a witch.
We're not falling for the witch story, okay?
Witch Island?
It is the truth.
Believe whatever you want to.
When the lights fade and the moon rises, anything can happen. The world becomes a carnival of shocks and chills. A whirling merry-go-round that never stops, spinning faster and faster, taking you on a frightening ride. I'm R.L. Stein. Don't fall asleep. Or you may find yourself in the Nightmare Room.
I can't believe you want me. This is so awesome. What's the show called again?
Life games. Yeah, that sounds like a reality show. So, what kind of games are we talking about?
Skill challenges? Excellent. I'll kick butt in those. Hey, I'll kick butt, period. Wait. Okay, so the skill challenges are worth 5 points, but the character challenges are each worth like 10? So that's like double, right?
And these character challenges, which I assume would challenge our character, we won't know what they are when they're coming.
Robot cameras? Meaning what? A bunch of cameras are hooked up and they're just always taping?
When you say always taping, you don't mean like always taping, right? Hey, you guys need a host?
Is there a big prize at the end?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that number?
$500,000? Well, that's not too shabby. How come it's not $1 million?
I'm totally ready. When do we go?
Welcome to Life Games. For the next 2 days, you'll have no contact with the outside world, including your parents. There's no vacation. But by the end of this weekend, one of you will be $500,000 richer.
Aren't you coming?
Not me. Bad things happen here.
How can bad things happen on Tranquility Island?
In the island, there is a witch.
Excuse me?
April, let's go!
Ow! Oh, nice. That's gonna scab. You watch.
Really nice out here.
Yeah, some developer comes in and starts pouring concrete.
Check out that camera. You know they tape everything, right?
Just so we're clear, I didn't come here to make friends.
It's working.
What's this?
What's it look like?
Some kind of pit?
The bottomless kind. Okay, question. This is your life. You're stuck on a path. How do you move on?
You could use this. Swing across.
Very good, Marlon. Sizing up the situation and finding a creative solution will get you far in life. And this game.
I'll go first.
Very nice, Marlon.
bottomless, right? I mean, you can't kill us.
Reality TV, April. There's no telling what we can do.
Great. Hey, not really bottomless. It has a floor.
What is that? You sound disappointed. This was just a warm-up, kids. The real games start tomorrow. Welcome to your home away from home. Nice.
Did you expect to pull out soap at the room service?
You know what? Take the rest of the day to just relax, get things in order. Because tomorrow, we go hunting.
Hunting?
Man.
Okay, by me.
Okay, so whoever buys his clothes should be totally fired.
Meanwhile, he's going back to a steak dinner on a nice, comfy bed.
Hey, any of you guys talk to Ricardo? You know, the guy that drove the boat?
No, why?
Because he's really freaked out about this place. And he won't even step foot on it. You ready for why? He says a witch lives here.
A witch. A real witch.
Yeah, he says he's seen some really bad stuff happen.
Look, he's either out of his mind or it's just part of the show.
Well, if he's part of the show, he's a really good actor. He must just be out of his mind. Guys, did you hear that?
Shh. Breakfast? Where's Marlon? I don't know. Maybe he went for a walk.
Marlon? Marlon! Witch Island?
There is a witch. Bad things happen here.
Help me! Somebody help me! I'm over here in the clearing!
Marlon!
Come on, hurry!
Here, hurry, get up! Are you okay?
Oh, really? I didn't know you cared. This is all very funny.
I have no idea what's going on.
Well, loyalty was our first character challenge. Now, you cared enough about Marlon here to make sure he was okay. Nobody else did, so the points go to you. Congratulations, April. Shall we?
Marks woke me, brought me outside, rigged me up. Then I just waited, see if anybody came looking. April did.
Don't think for a second this game is over, April. Because I'm winning that money.
What was that about?
You know what? I think she's just an angry person.
Hey, when I went to find Marlon, I tripped over a sign for Tranquility Island. But the Tranquility part had come off, and underneath it said Witch Island.
Which island?
This island.
Which island is which island?
This island.
Tranquility Island is which island?
Tranquility Island is which island?
This island?
You remember what Ricardo said about the witch? That boulder was coming down, Marlon. If I hadn't have been there, you would be a pancake right now.
I know these guys want ratings, but they're not gonna boulder one of us to get them.
It's just special effects. It's just like the bottomless pit.
No, something weird is going on.
Hey, April. Believe whatever you want to. Just don't ruin this for the rest of us.
Now, today's challenge is a scavenger hunt. Now, you each have a list of items to find and the sack to carry them in. So meet you back in the cave 15 minutes from now. Another one? That's the third thing you've gotten from your list.
Gold colored rock, gold colored rock, gold colored rock. Gold colored rock. Not a gold colored rock. This is Mr. Marx's bag. Everything on my list is in here.
Way to go, April. Pam? Hello, Anthony. Good job, Marlon. Welcome back, right on time. How'd you do, Pam?
Got everything.
Nice.
Yeah, me too.
Bravo. Me too.
Me too.
April?
Yep, got them all.
Excellent work, everybody. Excellent. But since April was the first one back, looks like she takes the category. That's another 5 points, April.
Wait. I can't do this. I sort of cheated.
Cheated?
Yeah, I found a bag with your name on it, and it had all the stuff that I needed in it, so I kind of took it. I'm sorry.
Yes, then I win. I was next.
No, not so fast there, Pam. The character challenge in this event was honesty. And the fact is, each of you found a bag in the woods filled with everything on your checklist. But April was the only one to tell the truth about it.
I was gonna.
But you didn't. Looks like you take this one too, April. That's another 10 points. Nice work. Okay, kick back, relax, because we've got another challenge coming up very soon. See you later.
What are you, reading his mind? You do the exact thing you need to win every challenge.
Just forget about that, okay? You guys really have to see something I found. It's in another cave. It's right over here.
You must leave here. I'll take you before the witch comes. Look, we're not falling for the witch story, okay? So just save it for Life Game Season 2. It is the truth. Marx was sailing with his children. There was a great storm, and he crashed here and found the witch.
Okay, so thanks again for sharing.
The witch refuses to let his children go until Marx brings her the descendant of the one who cursed her to this island forever.
I'm not buying this. You guys want to go home? Fine. But I'm staying and winning that money.
Come on, let's see what April found. Tell Marx nice try.
Telling the truth.
Come on, April.
Whoa, are those real diamonds?
Oh, trust me, they are real and they are flawless.
Right, and it's just sitting here minding its own business. Oh, look, a diamond. Why don't we take it because we're so greedy?
Okay, you know, I don't mind looking greedy, okay?
Easy. It's not even for screaming, the guy's dead.
Gross!
You know, I wonder how it got here.
I don't know, but I don't think it was by choice.
Wait, what's this pouch thing? There's something inside. Records from the Witches' Council, dated 1682. And be it so decreed that Catherine Anderson, found guilty on this day of committing third-level black magic, and so shall be escorted to Witch Island and cursed to remain there forever and beyond. Ricardo was telling the truth. There is a witch.
No way. Come on, this has to be a setup.
How can you say it's a setup when the bones of the guy that brought the witch to Witch Island are lying right here?
Now we're even more scared than ever. Help! Help!
How can they even get those cameras to work? There is no electricity on this island.
Gotta run off batteries.
Let me see that.
Oh, that's great.
It's a fake camera.
We are not safe here. The boat.
Wait, where are you going?
Why is she...
Mr. Marks! Wait! Come back! Mr. Marks! Come back!
Marks took his kids and he left us here. Guys? Guys, where are you?
The last crescent moon to rise blue in the sky was over 300 years ago. It was the night I was cursed to spend eternity on this wretched island. But tonight, one of you is going to lift the curse.
I just don't get it. I mean, once we were here, what'd you make us go through all the game show stuff for?
The challenges. She used the challenges to figure out which one of us was the descendant.
The ancient witch who cursed me was honest. She was loyal, and she made a point of helping others. And it is you. Perfect. Now is the time. Perform your magic and set me free. Free me.
I can't. I don't know how.
Liar!
I'm not a witch.
Then you shall perish.
Hurry! We gotta go to the dock.
One of you will lift this curse, or you will all fall forever in the bottomless pit.
Bad news, the pit's not bottomless.
It is now. And you are first.
I'm the witch!
What?
I'm the witch. You guys, I can't hold her very long. Please, go save yourself.
Run!
Go! I can hold her for a while.
Good job.
Hey, you okay in there? You all right?
I thought you left.
April, I don't know what to say. Except, congratulations.
$500,000?
Our last character challenge was bravery, and you certainly proved yourself worthy. You're our winner, April.
So, it really was all for the show?
What about the witch? We left her in the cave.
No, you left her twin in the cave. Both paid actresses. Not to mention Hollywood legend Tippi Hedren and Kristen, too.
Tippy? Tippy, are you okay?
Oh, first birds and now this. Oh, can't wait to get this wig off. Oh, give me a hand, thanks. Okay. Great.
I thought she looked familiar. All fine, miss. I told you. I told her everything.
It all just seems so real.
Well, that was the point. Hey, what do you say we all get out of here and let April buy us dinner, huh? Lord knows she can afford it.
Good job. Special effects.
It's hard to tell sometimes what's real and what's not. Here's a good rule of thumb. Everything is real in the Nightmare Room. Nightmare Room.
I'm R.L. Stine. Welcome to the Nightmare Files. For a long time, a lot of people thought there was no R.L. Stine. They thought it was a committee of writers or a whole group of people. So there's always been a lot of confusion about this. I've been writing since I was 9 years old. I don't know why I found it so interesting. I found a typewriter up in the attic, and I dragged it down to my room. And I started typing these little magazines, little joke books, and typing stories. And it was my way of getting attention, I think. I would bring these little magazines in. And I was constantly in trouble with the teachers. When I was a kid, there were these great EC horror comics. Tales from the Crypt and The Vault of Horror. They were gruesome, bloody comics. They were all, oh, I loved them. I just loved them. And I bought a couple of them, and I brought them home. And my mom said, well, you can't have these. You can't bring these in the house. They're trash. This is trash. And I thought, wow, trash. So this is what trash is. I thought, this is a good thing, trash. For a lot of years, I wrote humor for kids. I wrote joke books and funny books. And then one day I was having lunch with an editor, and she said to me, I'll bet you could write a good scary book for kids. I bet you could write a good teen horror novel. She was looking for someone to do this. And I said, well, I've always loved horror from the time I was a kid. I've always enjoyed it. I never thought of writing it. And from then on, forget the funny stuff. From then on, I was scary all the time. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool to try doing a Twilight Zone for kids? And that's how the Nightmare Room was born. The Nightmare Room is sort of like a fun house. You step inside, everything looks normal at first, and then suddenly you start to look around and you realize the floor is tilting. Maybe the walls are closing in, and you realize everything isn't normal. And then you realize you've stepped into a nightmare. The Tangled Web turned out to be one of the most popular episodes about this boy who just tells lies all the time, and then suddenly his lies are all coming true.
Josh is just a liar. He likes to make up stories and he likes, like, when people believe him, he lied and said, yeah, Mummy escaped and he's gonna try and take someone's body.
Kid actors, man, they're all over the place. And they're all, like, bright. They're all on fire. They love being here, that's for sure. They're probably just glad because they're not in school.
I'm gonna break you in half, kid.
I forgot about Sting!
I like that episode because it totally captured what I try to do in the books. It wasn't based on one of the books. It was an original script, but it had that same mixture of horror and humor. It was very funny, but it was also scary at the same time. It was very creepy, and in some ways, even though it was a bizarre situation, it was believable. My favorites are all where the ventriloquist dummy comes to life and is really evil. These are my favorites. And there's a wonderful Nightmare Room TV show about Buddy, this evil talking toy. And I've always been fascinated by dolls and by puppets and these things coming to life and having a life of their own.
Will you play with me?
You can do anything to a doll, but you can't really destroy it is the problem in these stories, and that's very scary too. They were having some problems, some story problems with the Buddy episode of the Nightmare Room, and the kid was, I thought, the kid at some point had to get violent. The kid had to say, I'm not taking this anymore from this doll. He's following me to school. He's hurting all my friends. And I said, rip the doll's head off. Rip its head off. When I start to think about what I want to write for the Nightmare Room and what the story should be, I start out with the kids. What's scary to a kid? What's scary to a kid but not too scary? That's always what I'm looking for. And now it turns out to be lucky that I was such a fearful kid. I'd be scared of going in the garage at night. I thought someone would be waiting. I'd have to park my bike out in the driveway. I didn't want to go in the garage. This idea that someone would be under the bed waiting to reach up and grab your ankle. All these fears. Now, they all come in handy. It's all very useful. Luckily, I have a very good memory, and I can think back and remember that feeling of panic, that feeling of horrible panic, and that's what I try to put into the books.
Which box? That one. You're my best friend. Forever, 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 forever.
When you read the books, you're in the mind of the main character. And this is what makes them scary, because I always stay in that person's mind. Everything that happens in the book is seen through that boy or girl's eyes. It never goes out. It's never seen from the point of view of the author. I spend a lot of time staying in touch with kids. It's really important. I have to know what kids are wearing and what they're saying, the way they're talking, because the kids in my stories have to be very real. They have to be very believable because the plots are so absurd. The plots are ridiculous. So there has to be something real that the kids can hang on to, and it has to be the kids. They can't sound like Martians. The most thrilling part of all of this for me is the millions of kids that these books have gotten to read. When I do a book signing now, parents come up to me and they're so grateful and they say, thank you, my kid never read a book in his life. To me, that's just thrilling. I mean, what could be nicer?
Well, I think it's just his fears of growing older.
You're my best friend, forever.